What's up, family? My name is Trail, and today we have some good news to start this week off right. We have some new $1,000 stimulus checks that are coming soon, and one state has decided to issue out individual stimulus checks to its residents instead of moving towards a gas tax holiday. Now, this is some good news, guys, considering a lot of Americans are not even driving at the moment, in which a $1,000 stimulus check would serve them much better. Also, guys, President Biden is planning on creating a new digital currency. Now, this is most likely a response to the overwhelmingly push for crypto coins over the last few years. And last but not least, guys, President Biden is proposing a new bill that would ultimately place a tax on billionaires. Could this be a reintroduction to what Biden pushed on the campaign trail? Let's go ahead and talk about it today. But first, as a quick reminder, on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you're interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Okay, guys, I wanted to remind you about the free $100 that you can get within a couple of weeks. Chime Bank is offering new customers a free $100 if you sign up using a referral code and setting up a direct deposit from your employer. Now, once you reach a total of $200 being direct deposited into your account, you will immediately receive an additional $100 being deposited. I actually did this a few weeks ago just to make sure that it was legit and everything was okay, and I immediately received my $100 the same time that my $200 direct deposited was in my bank account. So if you have income and you want to receive this free $100, go ahead and sign up today using the link down below, and then share your link with your family and friends so that they can benefit as well. Now, if you have any questions, hey, don't hesitate to ask them down below. The IRS is putting out a new warning message. Yes, the IRS is now facing some steep climbs in order to clear all of the previous tax returns because of the pandemic. Over the weekend, the IRS officials and experts are casting some serious doubts on the agency's ability to clear by the end of this year tens of millions of unprocessed tax returns that have been delayed because of the pandemic. The IRS Commissioner Charles Reddick vowed to Congress last week that the agency would absolutely clear the backlog by the end of 2022, but operational demands that confounded the agency last year show no signs of letting up just yet, which has caused some concerns about meeting those particular deadlines. Now, the commissioner also said that he commits that the IRS is going to get through all of the returns by December of 2022. And he said that I would love to see that, but I will be circumspect in thinking that that's actually going to happen. Now, Nina Olson, who served as the national taxpayer advocate in the Treasury Department from 2001 and 2019, said in an interview, she said that what will happen to taxpayers is this will put pressure on preparers, is that their returns are going to be held up and they will be stopped by any number of things that happen in the IRS return processing system. And there are all sorts of ways that a return can go wrong, even after that's filed. Yes, especially right now, guys. So anyways, guys, the IRS is putting out this warning message, and they also said that the root cause of the backlog, according to analysts, is the administrative workload that the IRS has had to take on over the past couple of years, in addition to being a tax collector to distribute economic stimulus payments in response to the pandemic. Now, total stimulus administered by the IRS, which consisted mostly of checks and direct deposits known as the economic impact payments, was considerably higher in 2021 than they had in 2020. So again, guys, right now the IRS is still dealing with this huge backlog in which now they are coming out and stating and telling the American people that they may not be able to process all of these tax returns by the end of this year. So again, guys, be aware of that just in case you are really waiting and hoping to receive your tax return sometime this year, because it could come down to the point of that you might not receive it until next year. Again, I hope this information was helpful to you. Elon Musk, guys, we know him as being the founder of the company called Tesla, as well as a few other companies in which he has started and is currently running as the CEO right now. But he has also recently been notified that he was the richest person in America, which he ended up passing over Jeff Bezos, which is the CEO of Amazon. And here recently, Elon Musk was noted to be officially the world's richest man. But he thinks that President Vladimir Putin of Russia is significantly richer than he is. I know this is funny, guys, but Elon Musk is the richest man on record right now, but he does think that Putin could be richer. The Tesla CEO retook his title as the richest person in the world later in 2021 when he passed Jeff Bezos. And they asked him over the weekend, they said, how do you feel being at a net worth of around $260 billion roughly, perceived as the richest person on earth? Matthew Stoffner, the CEO of Insider's parent company, asked Elon Musk. And of course, in great fashion, guys, Elon Musk responded and said, I do think that Putin is significantly richer than I am. Yes, the Russian president. Putin's massive wealth remains a mystery in that nobody knows exactly how much of it there is or where it is actually stashed. And President Putin has been linked to around $1.4 billion palace on the Black Sea and a $4 million Monaco apartment. Now, some have speculated that the Russian president may be the richest man in the world, with financier Bill Browder testifying back in 2017 that he believes Putin has an accumulated of around $200 billion of ill-gotten gains. But anyways, hey guys, I thought this article was very unique because we were really trying to debate whether each one of these billionaires has the most money, which right now, because of this invasion on Ukraine, we really don't really care about how much money Vladimir Putin has right now, in which I will say that his money and his value of his net worth has actually might have gone down over the past month or so, because we have seen the dollar value, which is called ruble, which is in Russia, has gone down significantly, which has gone down around 75%, guys. So President Vladimir Putin might not be the richest person out there right now, unless majority of his wealth is held outside of their ruble coin, which is in their country. But again, guys, I thought this story was hilarious and I wanted to share it with you. But moving on, guys, President Biden is planning on issuing a new digital currency. Now, here is exactly why you should be very worried about this statement. They're saying that whenever the White House says that it is working on a plan that would transform a vital part of the U.S. economy and that the administration is doing so with the highest urgency, it should go without saying that the press should pay close attention to what's going on. And on March the 9th, the Biden administration released an executive order instructing a long list of federal agencies to study digital assets and to produce numerous reports about their use and proposals to regulate them. Much of the executive order is focused on cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, which run on blockchain technologies and have become increasingly popular among many investors and consumers in the recent years. But there is an even more important part of the executive order, because President Biden has instructed the federal government and the Federal Reserve to lay the groundwork for a potential new U.S. currency, which is a digital dollar. Now, if the United States were to adopt a digital currency like the one discussed in Biden's executive order, it would be one of the most dramatic expansions of federal power ever made, one that could put individuals and businesses in grave danger of losing their social and economic freedoms. Now, among other important actions, the White House executive order directs several federal agencies, including the Treasury Department, to study the development of a new central bank digital system and to produce a report within 180 days of the executive order discussing the potential risks and benefits of a digital dollar. So again, guys, we know that this information from this executive order from President Biden is all because of the expanding popularity of cryptocurrencies, which includes things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of the other many cryptocurrencies that are available out there right now. We have seen Bitcoin go from around just under $1 to reaching over $65,000 in less than around 5 to 7 years. And now Ethereum is hitting around $3,200, guys. And then all these other cryptocurrencies have ended up making individual people like you and myself millions of dollars over the last couple of years. So yes, the president as well as the United States has no other choice to get on top of all of this news in regards to cryptocurrencies in a way to transfer money back and forth around the country, in which because of this invasion on Ukraine, we have seen many Americans actually sending money through Bitcoin and blockchain, sending it directly to the people in Ukraine in efforts to give them more money to support them during this invasion by Russia. So again, guys, President Biden and Biden administration, as well as the Federal Reserve, which is all because of this executive order by the Biden administration, is now working towards the developments of a digital dollar in the United States, as well as figuring out more information in regards to these cryptocurrencies that have gone from mere pennies up to dollars over the matter of a few days, causing multiple Americans to become millionaires overnight. So again, guys, this is some breaking news that we just received, but how long is this going to take? Well, according to this article, President Biden said that he wants a full-blown report within 180 days of him issuing his executive order. And here in the US could be issuing a digital coin sometime later next year, guys. So again, this is still some developing news. So as more news develops on this story, I will continue to keep you guys posted as usual. But moving on, guys, President Biden also issued a new tax in which he is calling a minimum billionaire tax, in which President Joe Biden is proposing a 20% tax on billionaires. Now, President Joe Biden is expected to propose a new minimum tax that would largely target billionaires when he unveils his 2023 budget, according to a document obtained by CNBC. Now, it's going to be called the Billionaire Minimum Income Tax, and it would assess a 20% minimum tax rate on U.S. households worth more than $100 million. Over half the revenue could come from those worth more than $1 billion. Now, the minimum tax would make sure that the wealthiest Americans no longer pay a tax rate lower than teachers and firefighters. And the proposed levy is expected to reduce the deficit by about $360 billion within the next decade, according to this particular article. Now, it says that if a wealthy household is already paying 20% on their full income, they won't pay an additional tax under this proposal. Now, if they pay less than 20%, they'll owe a top-up payment to meet the new minimum tax bill. Now, as a result, guys, this new minimum tax will eliminate the ability for the unrealized income of ultra high net worth households to go untaxed for decades or generations. Now, guys, what he is exactly talking about, let's say, for example, Jeff Bezos, which is the CEO or the previous CEO of Amazon. Right now, majority of his wealth is held in the amount of shares that he owns for the Amazon stock, in which he don't necessarily have that amount of money sitting directly in his bank account, but he is still worth around $140 billion. Now, he does not pay taxes on that because he has not cashed in all of his Amazon stock. Now, this particular tax would go after those billionaires who hold majority of their wealth in assets, in which they don't necessarily have that amount of money sitting in their bank accounts, but instead they own a piece of real estate or they own a ton of stock shares within a company. The president wants to issue this tax bill that would actually tax Jeff Bezos for the amount of stocks that he actually owns. So therefore, he would actually pay taxes on the amount of stocks that he owns right now versus when he actually sells them within the next 40 years or so. So again, guys, I will say that billionaires as well as millionaires are not going to be happy about this new tax bill. But again, guys, right now the billionaires are paying less than you and I, as well as paying less than teachers who makes less than $80,000 per year. So again, guys, we will see how this particular tax bill goes forward and how many gets behind this bill and how many puts up a fight in order to go against this bill. But again, guys, I'll keep you guys posted as usual. But last but not least, guys, we do have some new stimulus checks that is coming very soon. Yes, the state of Minnesota is going to be issuing $500 stimulus checks, in which they have vowed to not go towards the issue of issuing a gas tax holiday instead, because of the gas price increase in this country. But the governor of Minnesota, which is Tim Walz, is pushing lawmakers to pass bigger rebate checks instead of a gas tax holiday as inflation surges to levels that have not been seen over the last 40 years. Now, the governor, Tim Walz, proposes calls for a direct payments of $500 for adults who make less than $164,000 per year and $1,000 for couples who make less than $273,000 per year. He has tripled the size of the checks since he first proposed them back in January, and his administration now estimates the cost will be around $2 billion to support this particular bill. Now, the checks are a part of Walz's updated spending plan that was previously released this past Thursday, and politicians across the country are grappling with inflation, especially highly visible gas prices. With this fall's midterm elections coming around, Walz said a direct payment would be more effective than waiving the state's 28 cents per gallon gas tax over the summer. Now, he said that it's quite a few fill-ups that could get out of $1,000 per couple, which is what Tim Walz told the reporters. He said that I think this money in the hands of folks before the summer would make a good difference, and it's fiscally responsible. And under the gas tax holiday, relief would be much slower than with a one-time stimulus payment. Now, the owner of a vehicle with a 15-gallon tank would need to fill up 119 times before saving $500, but a rebate check wouldn't change the 2-foot-tall record-breaking prices displayed on gas stations worldwide. So Republicans who control Minnesota's Senate call on a gas tax holiday as a gimmick, and they have also lukewarm to Walz's one-time rebate checks, preferring permanent income tax cuts instead. So again, guys, hey, those residents in the state of Minnesota could be coming up with stimulus checks coming in the near future, which is going to be around $1,000 for couples and $500 for individual people. But again, guys, this news is still developing as he is still proposing this bill, and hopefully they will be able to pass this bill here in the near future. I will say for myself, I do support direct stimulus payments over the option of receiving a gas tax holiday. I believe that majority of Americans are not even driving right now, in which they wouldn't necessarily benefit from a gas tax holiday. But instead, direct stimulus payments of $1,000 could be more economical to majority of Americans in this country. But again, guys, hey, I hope all of this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.